Hello guys. Welcome to second and final part of Introduction to Molecular Programming. Let's continue the examples. Again, the information I will disclose is coming from our source. He is not from our planet. What will you hear are examples of benefits of this technology. Let's hear it. A simple pebble could be programmed at the molecular level to store thousands of terabytes of information, perform functions controlled by your brain wave, communicate with any display device, network, printer, audio, everything as you friends called Bluetooth without the need for wires or electricity, forever. But this function is not suitable to your frequency level, in which this feature of your mental communication needs to be unlocked first. This is what we discussed about personal frequency and brain activation. Another small pebble could do the simple role of a heating element with an intense molecular vibration generating heat by friction without being connected to any power source, heating the water to one of your homes forever. Another pebble could act as a generator attracting free electrons of your atmospheric natural ionization and provide a positive electrical current of electrons to flow between it and a grounded point to your own soil on the planet, forever. As anybody can feel, a lot can be done easily with the quantum programming of matter, and any basic necessity of a society can be met with ease. In your current society, the control of the energy system belongs to governments. It's a way to maintain and subjugate society. Imagine that you have to design a cell phone. You have to make the casing, set hundreds of individual components, and put everything together so that each perform a function that allows the working end of the set, right? Well, in our case, with molecular machine programming, I provide the appearance of the device, design, the desired function, operating characteristics, and make available the raw materials that enter the gross process that the production equipment will define and apply. Seconds later, I have the device ready and in the desired quantities. The device will be a unique piece. If you cut or destroy the device, you will not see any component. Everything is molecularly integrated in the same matter, no wires, no visual connections. See the technical difference? Our imaging systems are not compatible with your systems. We use a technology that forms the images holographically at molecular levels without screens, impossible to be transformed for your type of images. We may forward mentally this information between us and other susceptible humanoids. An expert can even examine a patient from this type of holography, as it can open the patient and observe, because the system shows not only the image but also everything inside it. I know it's hard to understand at the time, but the molecular holography molecularly actually copies the details throughout the design, as if it were your nuclear magnetic resonance that generates static sliced images, only that our systems produce the copy image of matter at the molecular level of the actual spatial positioning that is an exact copy of the internal and external subject matter involved in image form, all cells simultaneously at the molecular level. With the advent of quantum molecular programming of materials, everything is much simpler. As an example, the driving force of your engine, both internal combustion and electric end, and an output shaft, which are connected pulleys, gearboxes, propellers, etc., right? Well, try to imagine a metal shaft embedded in a bushing, the bushing molecules interacting with the shaft surface molecules by orientation of the spins of electrons from their atoms, causing superficial contrary fields between the two parts. This would force the shaft to rotate indefinitely, that is, forever, or until those materials were properly deprogrammed. This is quantum mechanics, pure and simple. With more advanced programming techniques, you can interact with the process, accelerating or decelerating the rotation mentally or by touch, stopping, turning off or restarting as if you literally stepped on the accelerator pedal, without any noise, without any fuel, without any problems. This technique, depending on the design and materials used, can generate, for example, a microscopic engine imperceptible, or an engine with 50,000 horsepower with the engine weight you have today in your car. You see, a small rotational quantum engine could generate mechanical power anywhere at no cost or maintenance to power any type of generator or vehicle. Mercury is the closest brother of gold, with a difference of a single particle in its atoms, and curiously, mercury is one of the most used elements in molecular programming, as it can be transformed into an endless number of artifacts, extremely thin plates, etc., and win great hardness after its molecules being instructed to do so. The mercury is a basic metal for beginners in training courses on molecular manipulation. Examples ends here. These are some examples benefits of molecular programming. In our current achievements, molecular programming is an absolute another milestone not only in the field of technology, it will give a massive advantage in the field of medicine, health, and in the field of transportation and communications. But the absolute terrifying is if it will be used in warfare. You might think that this is impossible? Well, I may give you some proof that this technology is already existed that will blow your mind. Before we start, my question is, do you believe the existence of aliens or extraterrestrial being? If so, then have you ever seen a real UFO or alien drone? If you haven't seen a genuine UFO, don't worry, I will show some. Now that you already seen it, can you determine which is fake and which genuine? Yes? No? One thing I can tell you. As what I said earlier, aliens already have this technology for thousands of years and applied this technique to everything to their vehicles. If you remember that in molecular programming technique, they can produce visuals without any electronic attachments. We as human, we rely on our eyes, which we need a window to see outside the vehicle to navigate, and this is applicable to any kind of transportation vehicle except submarine. The most common mistake in people doing a fake UFO is the genuine UFO has no visible windows in their spacecraft. The skin or the wall of the craft are molecularly programmed to become transparent so everyone were able to observe the outside environment 360 degrees. We are doing fake UFOs unconsciously because the concept we know are based on our vehicle that needs a window to look outside. Another thing is the alien probe or drone. We might see it in personal or in videos of floating metallic sphere. Have you ever wondered how they are able to control the probe without a visible camera? Because it is also molecularly programmed just like a pebble that can be turned into a mobile phone. This probe, if it is lost for a predetermined time or being captured by Earthlings, it will turn into metallic powder. It will self-destruct without having major issues. Did you ask why? I will ask you why. In the field of warfare, if you have new technology of drone and I'm able to be captured it, what do you think I will do? Of course, I might be able to copy your new technology. It's just like the same. There are certain types of alien technology that cannot fall into the wrong hands because of being a warlike being, but of course we cannot understand this of technology yet. Before I end this discussion, I encountered this information way back year 2011. At first, I did not believe because I tried to search it on the internet if there is an existing study about molecular programming. Unfortunately, I found nothing. Until one day I found one on YouTube explaining almost the same concept of what I discussed to you. You want to find out? Then search it. The study of molecular programming is on its way now. Now that I give you this kind of information, have you ever imagined what will be the future of Earth looks like? In my previous topic discussion, did I mention about habitable planets in our solar system? The Earth, Mars and Venus, and the new added artificial planet called TOS? In the next video, I will give you some information about planet Nibiru. Maybe you are unaware that we almost died during the year of 2012 to 2014. You might didn't know that planet Nibiru comes closer to the Earth. The NASA didn't warn the public, but evidences are everywhere, and maybe you're one of them that you've seen the two suns in the sky and the strange noise that sounds like a trumpet way back that year. We will talk this in the next video, and I will give you a proper knowledge about the planet Nibiru. See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.